Yes, people, we're back with another video for the home gym build series. Today, we are building a lifting platform. Because if you're like me, you want to be able to deadlift in your home gym without smashing your plates and without smashing your floor. And if that's the case, you need a lifting platform. Now you can buy lifting platforms, but they're pretty expensive. And from what I've seen, it's pretty straightforward to build one. So that's what we're gonna do. Well, before we crack on, I know you want to see the swag. Boom. Come on. Yes. You know how it is. Anyway, stay tuned to see a deadlift platform build. Boom. So, for those of you familiar with this gym build, you will be aware that I currently have some of this EVA foam matting down on my floor because I had it laying around from something previously, which was handy, but the one downside is it's not very thick, it's not very strong, and so you can't drop weights on it. In fact, you can't even really bounce weights off of it because it doesn't protect the floor from impact at all. So when you're deadlifting specifically, you know, especially as I've got iron plates, it will smash the floor to pieces. So some kind of lifting platform is essential. What are we going to be doing with this one? Well, we're going to be building a two-piece structure. The first piece will sit inside the squat rack, and then the second piece will sit in front of it. We will make it so that the front piece is 2.25 meters in length, so just longer than the bar, and then it will be 1 meter in width. And the reason why it's going to be a meter in width is because the mats are a meter in length. These are mats I sourced from MirrorFit. They are 50 centimeters by 1 meter, and they are 18 mil thick. I've had a bit of a touch with them really because they come in a pack of 2, and I didn't realise. I thought they were individual mats, and so I ordered 2, and so therefore I've now got a spare 2 mats, which is kind of handy. So I may or may not use them for this, but even if I don't, you know, they'll never be wasted. I'll find a good use for them. And then obviously, other than the mats, the only other thing you need is some sheets of plyboard. That's also 18 mil thick plyboard. So make sure that you order the plyboard to be the same thickness as the mats, because otherwise you have a discrepancy and it'll look a bit stupid. So, have the materials, I've got the tools, safety goggles, pencil on the ear, and tape measure. At this point, I'm basically a pro builder. So, let's get to it. I'll see you when it's done. I begin to So there you have it. I finished cutting all the wood and I thought I'd lay it out, see what it's going to look like. I'm pretty happy with that. Looks good. I'll probably whack a bit of varnish or a bit of stain on the wood, make it a bit darker. But other than that, I think that's a pretty solid looking platform. So after laying it all out, getting it to where I want it to fit, we've now glued it down. Oh, hello. Yes, hello. We have glued it down. I've also screwed in the as I was saying, I've laid it all down. I've glued it down with a shitload of Gorilla wood glue. I've also put screws in the corners on all of the plyboard on the top layer. I probably will need to screw down the rubber matting as well, but if you're going to screw down your rubber matting, you need to use washers, because otherwise your screw will just go straight through the matting and won't do anything. So I need to get some washers, and then obviously while it sets, I just bang your weight plates on it, because the weight plates are going to help to stop it distorting. It's going to help it to set flat and even, so always a good idea. So yeah, so now it's pretty much just a waiting game. Let the glue set. I'll probably leave it overnight because I can't be bothered to come back out here later this evening to do it. And then yeah, hopefully by tomorrow it'll be ready to put some varnish on the plyboard, and then that's it, ready to be used. Right, it's been a couple of days. I let the glue set overnight with the plates sat on it all, and then since then I've also spent a day putting a couple of coats of varnish or stain onto the plyboard. And yeah, I mean, frankly, I think it looks pretty good. I'll just, I'll stop talking and I'll just show you. There we have it. One completed T-shaped lifting platform. As I said, I let it set with the plates on overnight. The glue seems to be holding well. Obviously, you put a couple of screws in it as well. And I've put the stain on. As you can see, compared to the leftover piece of plyboard I've got, you can see there is a distinct colour difference. So I think it looks a lot better in the room with the black rig being a dark colour. The two pieces sit together pretty flush. The only thing in hindsight that I would probably have preferred is if I'd had the wood grain going the same way, because obviously on this one the wood grain's going that way, and on this one it's going that way. But that's a pretty minor detail. That's just me being picky. So given that the plyboard that I've used was called covering board and was actually noticeably cheaper than standard plyboard, which is why I went for it, because as I said before, we're on a budget here. Now, it was £15 a board less, but it still looks pretty good. I mean, obviously the big difference between this and standard plyboard is you can see the knots in the wood, but it is dead smooth, and so you don't feel them, you can just see them. But anyway, that does mean that there is only one thing left to do, and that's to take it for a test run. I am training today, but deadlifts are not in the program. So although I'm gonna do some deadlifts just to test it out, I'm not gonna be going super heavy. So if you're here to see a 200 kilo deadlift, not today, guys. I'm just gonna move a bar lightly and just bang it and clang it just to make sure it doesn't fall apart. It's time to test my building skill. Am I a hero or am I a zero? Only one way to find out. There you have it, guys. Built up to a 160 double, so nothing crazy, but heavy enough to to test the platform, and yeah, like it felt good. Nice flat surface to stand on, and even when letting the bar drop, you know, it didn't sound like it was damaging the floor. It sounded like the platform was taking the brunt of it. Fingers crossed it will survive even the heavier stuff, and yeah, all in all, I think that's a project well done. Anyway guys, there you have it. That is a DIY lifting platform complete. Tick. You know the deal by now. If you like this video and you want to see more, especially now that the home gym is up and running, I'm obviously going to make more sick content. So yeah, hit like, subscribe, and as always, leave a comment if you feel like it. If you don't bother. Anyway guys, take it easy. I'll catch you on the next one. Peace.